Hi foodies, welcome to my kitchen. This is Jenny here from Jenny's Walk. So foodies, today another lovely recipe we're going to be doing. I'm going to be doing some nice pumpkin shaped dinner rolls. This is going to be ideal at your dinner table for Thanksgiving. Now that is a fall season, you can use that, make those dinner rolls and put it on there, and just encourage your kids. By just the look of it, your kids will be encouraged, to eat more fruits, vegetables, and you could stuff it with anything. Just to eat in the whole, have your kids eat. You know how these kids are, they don't like to eat today. So here I have 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. So to this flour now, I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoonful of salt. In goes that. And we need 1 egg yolk I'm going to be using. I'm going to add some honey. We're going to be needing some string, these butcher string. We're going to be needing this. I'm going to show you how we're going to be using that. I know my food said, Jenny, what are you going with that string, right? And we're going to be using I'm going to use some nutmeg together with my pumpkin. So we're going to make pumpkin flavored dinner roll, and that dinner roll is also going to be shaped like a pumpkin. So in here I have some pumpkin puree. I have 1.5 tablespoonful of pumpkin puree. You can make your own with fresh pumpkin, boil it, give it a good mash, or you could get them in the can. Either way, it's gonna be really nice. 1.5 tablespoonful of butter, and you're gonna melt that up really nicely. And we all know nutmeg love pumpkin, so here I have a nutmeg. I'm going to give that a nice little grate. Let me grate that in before I forget. About 1/4. Yep. That's a 1/4 teaspoonful of nutmeg. And to this, I want to make it a little milky. So I have here some powdered milk. If you have liquid milk, go ahead. I want to add powdered milk in mine. So I'm going to go with 2 tablespoonful. Make it a little more milky. And a half. 2 tablespoons and a half of milk. So that's powdered milk. So now for the star of the show, we have here our yeast proofing. I went ahead with 1.5 teaspoonful of yeast in 5 tablespoonful of water, and it's all proof and ready to go. So I have my salt in here. So it all depends how sweet you want to make your dinner rolls. You could add the sugar to it or honey. So I have both. I have sugar and I have honey. So for these, I will use the honey. If you have sugar, you could go ahead 2 tablespoonful, 2 teaspoonful, 2 tablespoonful of sugar if you want. But the honey I'm going to eyeball. I want it a little sweet. Dinner rolls should be a little sweet. So I'm going to eyeball 1 tablespoonful of honey. Squeeze it in just like so. There you go. See that, my dear foodies? Give it a nice little squeeze again. You could even mix the honey to proof your yeast, but I don't like to do that. So there you go. And now I'm going to add that 1 egg yolk. That's going to give it some color. So let me get all that. There we go again, foodies. Slide right off my hands, but don't worry, nothing is broken. My hands got a little slippery from the honey. In goes the melted butter, and we're going to add the puree, pumpkin puree, just like so. I'm going to give that up a good mix. So all the ingredients is here. The only thing that's missing is the yeast. Nice little mix. See how I get a beautiful color? So we're going to have a lovely pumpkin color also. So get it all crummy and nice. So the best that you mix it really nicely first like this, foodie. So then you're going to know how much liquid you need. So I like to do it little at a time, but I know I didn't put too much. And if you should need more, it's going to be a bit sticky, but that's fine. That's how we want it. So let me bring this all together nicely, and we're going to be right back. Okay, foodies, so I'm going to sprinkle a little flour on my work surface. And here I bring that dough all together. So what I want to do, I want you to really give it a good knead. So by kneading your dough, we're going to have that, get it really elasticy and nice. What's going to happen here is that the gluten is going to get a good chance to form. So you just give it a good knead. Just knead and knead and knead and knead. And then we're going to knead this for a good 8 minutes. And then we're going to put it to soak or let it get a good little rise for 1 hour. So let me go ahead and knead this up really nicely, and we will be right back. So there you go, foodies, a nice round ball. We're going to leave it in here, grease the bowl, leave it, let it sit for 1 hour, and we will be back. Okay, foodies, so here I have my pan and I have my baking spray. I'm going to give this a little spray. It's a non-stick, you don't have to. Or you could just put those greaseproof paper, you know. So these are my strings here. I just want to grease them up also a little bit. Put some oil or grease, whatever you want to put into it. Just get it all messy up in there, just like so. Just set this on the side a little bit until we're ready for this. So now in here, we have our dough. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to break out our pumpkin size dinner rolls. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lovely, just like so. So we're just going to roll them up in some nice little balls, just like so. I'm going to roll all of them out, and then we're going to be right back. Okay, my dear foodies, you can see this here. I have the strings. I put the strings 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we're going to take our little dinner roll and we're going to place it right there. So what you're going to do, you're going to give it a good tie. We're not going to tie this too tight to make a big crease. Nice gentle little pull, just like so. So when it raises up, there you go. So it's a bit greasy, so just be careful when you're cutting this out. Yeah, it will make your scissors slidey. It's a little tedious to work with. Little pull again, gentle, just like so. And then we're going to give another knot. You're going to make. This is something you could get the kids into. There you go. So we're trying to get it as even as possible. You know, some pumpkins are shaped even where it will help the proprietor cut it out in pegs, as you would see. Ooh, my hands are very oily now, as you know, so we're getting some slip sliding away. Then this is the last one, little tie, nice little knot, just like so. There you go, a little more pull there. Got you. Okay, my dear foodies, so I'm going to cut all these out now. So this is 4. Nice little cut. So there you go. You see that, my dear foodies? Nice little knot, all so beautiful. Now you're going to place this in your baking pan with the knot part in the bottom. The part that you make the knot, you're going to leave that in the bottom over there. So I'm going to finish this up. But we're going to leave one. We're going to leave one of the balls. We're going to roll that ball out because we have to make the tip. Right? So here we have a nice little tip right there. That is what I'm looking for. So let me cut that out. So we're going to make some tips like this. And this is for the pumpkin, for the top. Okay? So let me finish up and we will be right back. Foodies, let's take a look again. I'm going to do another one for you. So we're going to put the strings out. Are you seeing me there, foodies? Cut all of them equally. 1, 2. So you're making a cross. And then you're making another crisscross. 1, 2. You see that? Lovely. So now we're going to take our little ball that we're going to make our dinner roll. You go ahead and you tie them up. That's 1. So that's the first one, my foodies. Now this is the second tie, just like so. You see that little tension pull there? You get a shot of that tension that I pull there. Very good. Hold it right there. And now you give it a little tie, just like so. And now, little nip. There you go. Then we're going to take the other side. We're going to finish up the whole pumpkin. It's a little troublesome because, you know, it's pretty greasy. Lovely, just like so. It's getting a little loose on me. Just have some patience with it, my dear foodie, and you will get it right. There you go. So that one. And now we have this one. Then I'll cut both of them out. Another tie, just like so. You see how beautiful it's already shaping up. Now, if you should make one side bigger than the other, don't try to fix it. Leave it just like that. We're not in hell kitchen, and we're not going for we're not going to write no exam to pass here in culinary. We're just doing things in our kitchen for our family. So this one you can see is a little bigger and smaller, but that's fine. That's perfectly fine. As I say, my dear foodies, now you're going to take it and rest it at the knot in the bottom in the baking pan. Okay, there you go, 1 and 2. So let me finish up. So there you go, foodies, my lovely pumpkin pumpkin dinner rolls, and this will be the little tip for the stem of the pumpkin. Roll them really nicely. So now I'm going to leave them, let them get a good rise, and then we're going to bake these in the oven for like 15 minutes at 350. So let's cover them over in a nice warm place. So here you go, my dear foodies, our dinner rolls. I'm just going to give it a little brush, and here I have egg and milk. Just give it a good little beating together, and we're just going to brush it on to the pumpkin and the stems, just like so. And into the oven, I already have my oven heated up at 325, and this shouldn't take long, maybe like 15 to 20 minutes. We're going to check it out and see and look for doneness, and that's all we're going to do. So let's wait for that heat to come up, and then we're going to place it into the oven. Okay, foodies, so here's our lovely pumpkin dinner rolls, and they're all shaped like little pumpkins. So they're all really warm and nice now, and I brushed some butter on them, so they're very soft and nice. So now this is what we're going to be doing. You're just going to gently cut the string. Just be very careful. You're going to cut all the strings before you pull them down. Just going in there. Try to get all those strings. Now this is a little task here. We have to be very gentle. There you go. This is one right here again. Once you cut them, you try to pull them so you know where you are and who you will be looking for. We're looking for this guy here now, and then we're looking for this guy over here now. Oh, this one is not cut. There you go. You want to do this when your roll is cool so you don't damage your roll. There you go. So you're trying to get all of them gently down. You see me here, foodies? Just focus on the top. We don't want to destroy our rolls, our little pumpkins. There you go. Everybody's here now. Gently take them off. There you go. Oh, this guy got stuck somewhere. There you go. There you go. Beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? So now, get your knife. Just make a tiny little cut right in there. Take a little bit of that out, just like so. And now remember these little tops. How difficult was that? Marvelous. Lovely pumpkin. So let me go ahead and finish up all of these, and we'll be right back. So there you go, my foodies. My lovely pumpkin dinner rolls with that pumpkin shape, pumpkin look. Divine. You're sure going to impress your guests at your table. So come on into Jenny's Walk and follow all these simple instructions and put this lovely bread together. Lovely pumpkin dinner rolls for this holiday. Simple and easy, do it. So thank you for joining me. From my kitchen to your kitchen. Happy cooking.